Hello, Richmond County residents. Celeste Gotell coming to you from the Senior Center Without Walls with the November 15th to November 22nd edition of What's Happening, a weekly calendar of events and activities of interest to older adults that is in partnership with Tillio Community Television. It airs daily at 9 a.m. and 5 p.m. It is also available for viewing on the Facebook page for Seniors Take Action Coalition. So let's start with November the 15th, which is Saturday. So if you are in the Almadam area, you can drop in at the Richmond Artist Alliance Art Gallery, which is happening every weekend from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. It's at the Discoos Civic Improvement Hall, and it features a number of artists from the Richmond County area exhibiting their work. That's an opportunity to also purchase some art if you wish, especially with Christmas coming up. Also that day is the annual Tyson Bowen Unsung Hero Awards craft sale that will be happening that day, an event, and that's from 10 a.m. till 3 p.m. And that's in honor of a young man from Richmond County. It's a benefit in honor of his life. So you might want to drop in and check that out. There's also a celebration of song featuring Sarah Bennett at the St. Peter's Church in St. Peter's from 2 to 4 p.m. And that is $10 and it's cash only. Washer toss happening at the Lordways Legion at 1 p.m. And Legion Branch 150 in Ayrshire. There's a 45 card game. And that gets underway at 7 p.m. And that's in support of the Poppy Trust Fund. So that's Saturday the 15th. That brings us to Sunday the 16th. Another busy week. So the South Mountain Arm of Gold Community Association at St. George's Channel has their monthly Sunday breakfast, and that's from 8:30 till 11 a.m. And then at the Riverdale Community Center in Lower River, there's a holly jolly Christmas market happening from 9 to 12 noon. Cribbage tournament at the community center in Lordways begins at 1 p.m. And then at the Bonnie Bray Club in St. Peter's, there's Teas and Tunes. That's from 2 to 4 p.m. There's a $10 admission, and they offer a light lunch. And there's a number of performances that day, including Manny Bourgeois, Tyrone, David, Wayne Bona, and special guest Ellie Kehoe, Mumbercat. Also, Sarah Bennett will be there as well. So that sounds like a great lineup. You can also take part in a 45 card game at the Terrelin Community Center in River Bourgeois that happens at 2 p.m. And the Almadam New Horizons Seniors Club has their regular cribbage at 6 p.m. on Sunday the 16th as well. That brings us to Monday the 17th. It's a pretty quiet day, actually. Line dancing happening at the West Bay Community Center from 10 a.m. till 12 noon. That's a drop-in program. And the Jolly Club Sewing Club happening at 9 a.m. in Lordways. That's a weekly program that you can drop in. And there's Arlene's digital wellness offerings through Richmond Literacy happening from 9 a.m. till 11:45 at the Jolly Club in Lordways. And she's also at the Richmond Literacy office in St. Peter's from 12:30 to 3:30 p.m. Just in case people are tuning in for the first time and don't know what digital wellness is all about, it's an opportunity to meet one-on-one with Arlene, and she's able to provide you with support on your laptop, your tablet, or your cell phone, technology support. So it's a great opportunity. So you might want to call Arlene at the Richmond Literacy office to book some time if you're looking for that kind of support. There's also a Tuesday morning drop-in that's happening at the West Bay Road Fire Hall, and that goes from 10 a.m. till noon. That'll be a weekly event, and that's weather permitting. River Roots Farm Stand will be open from 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. In River Bourgeois. Now, again, that's subject to produce, and you might want to call ahead. We are in November, so things may be winding down, so you might want to just call ahead. Sonia is offering her Pilates Wellness Circle at the Royal Canadian Legion Branch 150 in Ayrshire. That goes from 10 a.m. till noon, and it's followed by a herbal tea and a bit of a social, and it's a sliding pay scale. So it's a drop-in program. Tuesday evenings at the Almadam New Horizons Club is Pay Me Cards, and that gets underway at 6:30 p.m. And at 6:30 p.m. that evening also is the annual general meeting at La Picasse in Petit de Gras. There are two 45 card games happening on Tuesday evenings, one at the St. George's Channel Hall that gets underway at 7:30, and one at the Acadiaville Community Center Hall in West Ayrshire that also starts at 7:30. Every Wednesday morning, the St. George's Channel Hall has their coffee from 10 a.m. till 12 noon. And then once again, Arlene is offering her digital wellness support at the Richmond Literacy Office from 8:30 to 9:45 a.m. And then she heads over to the Lewsdale Hall, and she's available there from 11:30 till 2:30 p.m. That morning, Nova Scotia Walks program with Sonia Morris is at Pondville Beach. That gets underway at 10 a.m. And unless the weather is really bad, just dress for the weather and the walk will happen. There's seniors games that are happening at the Lewsdale Hall as part of the Fleur d'Orly Club. That gets underway at 10 a.m. It'll be followed by bingo, and then it's a bring your own lunch type program. Riverdale Seniors Club in Low River has their get-together lunch from 12 noon till 2 p.m. that day. And then there's line dancing at the St. Louis Parish Hall as well, and that goes from 2 to 4 p.m. That's a drop-in program, $5. The Bonnie Bray Seniors Club will be having their regular meeting at 2 p.m. on Wednesday the 19th, and that's followed by a lunch, and that's in St. Peter's. That brings us to Thursday the 20th, coffee and conversation happening at the West Bay Center from 10 a.m. till 12 noon. Arlene's digital wellness program is available at the Richmond County Municipal Office, and that's from 9 a.m. till 12 noon. And then she'll be available at the Discount Civic Improvement Hall from 1 till 2:30 p.m. Rachel has her walking group at 11 a.m. From the Dr. Kingston Center in Lordways. Again, that's weather permitting. Conversation Club at the Petit Gras Library at 12 noon, an opportunity for folks to practice their conversational French. Every Thursday afternoon is the adult drop-in program from 1 to 4 p.m. at the St. Peter's Lions Hall, and you can call Rachel at the Dr. Kingston Center for additional information on that. Cross-stitch group happening. It's a drop-in program at 1 p.m. at the Discount Civic Improvement Hall on Thursdays. And the Johnstown Sewing Handicraft group happens at the fire department in Red Islands. That gets underway at 1 p.m. as well. Everyone's welcome. Lordways Jolly Club will be having their monthly meeting in Lordways, and that starts at 3 p.m. that evening. There's a 45 card game in Discount, and that gets underway at 7:30. And the Amadam New Horizons Club has their beanbag toss, and that gets underway at about 7 p.m. That brings us to the 21st, which is Friday. There'll be an event happening at La Picasse. It's in French, and it's an event related to nutrition. It goes from 10:30 till 2:30 p.m. and lunch will be included in that. So you might want to give them a call and inquire about that. The regular Fiber Club informal knitting and crocheting group that gets together at the Petit Gras Library, that happens from 2 to 4 p.m. And there'll be a jam session that night from 7 to 10 p.m. The Amadam New Horizons Club in Ayrshire. That's $5 and includes a light lunch. And that brings us to Saturday to close off the week. On the 22nd of November, the Festival of Trees gets underway in St. Peter's. The Richmond Artists Alliance Art Gallery will be open again on the weekend from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. at the Discount Civic Improvement Hall. There's a holiday craft fair happening, seasonal art show and sale at St. John's Centre for Arts in Ayrshire. That goes from 10 a.m. till 2 p.m. And the regular Square Roots Discount Civic Improvement Hall will be happening from 11 till 1 p.m. And that's at the Discount Civic Improvement Hall, and that's an opportunity to access healthy and affordable produce. It's seconds, and it's from farmers throughout Nova Scotia. Veteran Social happening at the Branch Legion 150 in Ayrshire. And that kind of wraps up the week. No, there's a Tarbush tournament happening at Legion Branch 150 at 7 p.m. that night as well. So that concludes the week till November 22nd. And actually, I'm not sure about the Veteran Social. I think that happens the last Sunday of the month. So you might want to check that out. I might be mistaken there. So that's all, folks. Thanks for joining me. You can view the calendar weekly or daily at 9 a.m. and 5 p.m. on Teleo. Until we meet again, have a great week.